thank you for joining us for another episode of Candid Conversations with Christen. I am here at Thomasville Therapeutic Massage with Kersensa Gwin-Johnson, the owner, here to talk a little bit about, some aerobics class that she's offering, some nutritional plans that she can create for you guys, and the benefits of getting a therapeutic massage. And it's located right here in 24/7 Fitness. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for asking me. It's such a privilege. Thank you.
Well, I'm just going to jump right in and, get into a little bit of background about you. So tell me a little bit about what led you to, get into this fitness, nutritional, kind of career path.
Well, wonderful. It started by many ways. One of the ways is I got into nutrition at LA Weight Loss, which was in the industry. I think they were in about 20 years. I worked for them for 5 years, and they went out of business on me in Chicagoland, and so it left me with the dilemma. They went out of business on a Wednesday, and many of my clients, I was off that day, many of my clients put their names and numbers in my garbage can that was in my cubicle, and they told me that I could do it on my own. So under their advice, I did just that. I became certified in nutrition and fitness, and I moved forward with that. I was in the fitness industry out of, I could say, necessity, because 21 years ago, my brother actually, unfortunately, he committed suicide. And it led me down a path of coping with my own challenges with different things. And one of the ways I coped was with running. I was an avid runner, half marathoner. I've did full marathons. I've trained people in running as well. And I've did that. I know it specifically for 21 years because I started down that path once my brother did succumb. And it's been 21 years this year, unfortunately.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say it,
Yes. But I'm glad you turned that, experience into something to help people,
True.
On their journey.
True.
And, also taking the, advice of your clients to, do your own thing. Go out, strike out on your own. That's commendable. That's awesome.
Yeah. In actuality, so the transition into therapy, into actual massage therapy, because that was nutrition therapy, it was because of Thomasville. It was because of Alabama. So my belief system was nutrition is a challenge. People, they say the greatest door for a person that's interested in nutrition to exit is their own door. And that is so true. It's hard for somebody to come and talk about their weight, their challenges with it with someone else. So when I was thinking about moving here from Chicago 8 years ago to Thomasville, I just did not believe people wanted to talk about nutrition at all. So I flipped into something that I was very interested in because I had been doing massage on a personal level, and I was receiving massage on a business and personal level. And I felt as though that would sell in Thomasville. I felt as though it would sell in the South. And that's something to resonate and really think about. A person, and this is the truth, would prefer to come in this room and take off all of their clothes with me versus actually having a conversation out there with a scale and talking about their weight and talking about why they have additional weight. They are both therapies. One is just a little more silent than the other, but both are beneficial to the mind and the body.
Well, yes, I understand. As a Southerner, it is hard to just look at yourself on the scale and, sit down and kind of get down a plan to, how to get this weight off me. So I understand because I go through that myself.
Understood.
So I guess talk a little bit about, how should people, get started with their fitness journey? Like, what is the first step, would you tell them?
The first step, I really do believe, I'm a goal setter myself, is writing down your goal. Writing down your goal. And that is the outcome that you want to see, no matter what the outcome is. I mean, even with me and my vitiligo, I have it wrote down that I want to be a totally brown girl again. So I totally want to be that. So first is the decision to take the step, that one step, pinning it out. Do you know how often we are unable to say the goal? We are unable to say, hey, I put another big goal that I've put in writing. I want to be married again. So how much of a challenge it's just for people to say, this is something I want. But as with anything, if you want it, you do. You have to say it.
Right. You have to say it and then work towards it.
That's right. Write it down and there comes a plan.
So I guess let's talk about the nutrition part of what you do. I guess what goes into a well-balanced nutritional plan that you get together for somebody?
Wow. When I think about well-balanced, I think about individualized. So where some things are good and great for one person, some things ain't good and great for another person. In particular, I take myself, and the program that I run personally is an anti-inflammatory program. I've did several different programs, autoimmune program, which highlights people that are going through autoimmune conditions. Now, what would be healthy for them, an autoimmune person, is gut health. So we address rebuilding the gut, and that would mean taking out some of the things that really do harm to the gut. For example, gluten, heavily processed foods, addressing recultivating the gut with things like collagen. Now, if I was just looking at the average American diet, someone else that maybe didn't have any autoimmune conditions, I really would look at their caloric intake. I would look at how much and where they are getting their specific calories. And Americans, just as a rule, they are carb heavy. Americans, a lot of times.
We love that bread.
Yes, indeed. The bread,
the pasta,
the corn, the pasta, the pop. See, a lot of times people don't even realize that the carb is their Coke in the South. They love the Coke. It is alive and well down here. And that Coke can be 3 slices of bread, and people don't even realize that.
No,
so
they don't.
You're drinking your calories too. So just looking at their diet overall.
So, how important is it to incorporate exercise along with the nutritional plan that you create?
Wow. Well, exercise is something, I'm even reading a book that I am still amazed at the benefits. So exercise, movement, we are not made as a stagnant population. And I'll give you an example that relates to massage. The #1 back injury in America today, the career, is truck drivers. Because why? You say, wow, well, they're sitting down. So why should they be injuring themselves? Well, the body was not built to sit
for long periods of time.
It was not. It was not at all. So it's very injurious to spend 8 to 10 to 16 hours confined. These muscles were not built to be confined. So movement with the exercise program, it can really, when you start off with movement or you put movement in, sometimes it can even offset the breads, the amount of carbs that a person is eating. And then the other component of it offsets diabetes, hypertension, and those as well. So exercise, it is no coincidence that I am in 24/7 fitness, because I personally am committed to and believe that a healthy lifestyle includes exercise.
Gotcha. You can't have one without the other.
Yes, indeed. You might want to bring one along. Maybe you get one thing settled, resolved, and mastered. I'm a big food planner. You cook in bulk and you do that. And then maybe the exercise will come. Or some people start off with exercise because it's the easiest thing. Get out the house, get to the gym. And then they add on a healthier lifestyle with their foods. But when you put the two together, I mean, Batman and Robin, You're doing better.
You can't defeat them. Unstoppable.
Yes.
So you spoke about movement and how important
Yes.
movement is, and you know, working that into your routine some type of way. So you offer aerobics classes. So let's get into that a little bit.
We're going to get into it. Okay. All right. I haven't quite started the classes.
Okay.
But I am. I'm glad because I've been playing, you know, so to speak, double dutch with it.
Okay.
I have a plan formatted. I know what I want to offer the Thomasville community. It's striking at it though. So I want to offer strength training, a strength training aerobics based workout. And then for my love of dance, a dance exercise program. So each of those will be 45 to 50 minutes. And then I want to offer an additional class. And in this class I like to offer, it will be twice a week. And that really incorporates a lot of what I believe in a massage room and also in the aerobics area. That class would be a in touch class. So you think in touch, who are we in touch with? Well, we would be in touch with us. So in that class, you'll be guided in self-massage. You'll also be guided in grounding. And also the third component would be stretch. It is so important to stretch and reset the muscles. You know, a lot of people come into the gym and they do, oh yeah, I stretched. It was about 10 seconds. And that is not resetting the muscles.
Right, they need a little more time.
Yes, they do. And with the Thomasville community, the Clark County community, as we should think, they're hardworking. I'm not kidding you. People don't come in here and want relaxation. They come in with challenges. They come in with pain. And so I am a pain practice. So in that In Touch class, I really want to address the greatest challenge I see going on in the Clark County community, and that's lack of stretch, lack of people actually pulling, pushing, and relaxing the muscles. At work, even in this gym, we know the muscles can work. We know that. We know that. They are working, they're getting tighter, they're getting bigger. Where we need to reverse construct is in stretching and resetting the muscles in order for it to relax and reset for that next load, so to speak, the load of work or the load of working out. Stretching is so valuable. So those three components will be twice a week in my In Touch class, which will average about an hour and 10 minutes.
Gotcha. So, you know, since we're still, you know, in the first quarter of the year.
We are.
So, you know, people are maybe, and it's February, you know,
Yes,
about to
it
be
is.
into March. So,
Yes.
like, you know, people that may have started those New Year resolutions that wanted to get in the gym, they may be getting weary at this point, or
True.
they maybe have fallen off their routine.
Absolutely.
What would you say to, you know, kind of get them back on the horse, get them back into that gym, or, you know, doing something to better their health?
Yep, for themselves, for themselves. I would just ask them to reset, reconsider, and it would be reset and reconsider your why. Why are you doing it? I mean, many of us are thinking about not just, it's almost rarely always get cute. So many people in my LA weight loss days, my days now, they want to feel better. Okay? They want something does not feel good. So getting back with their why. I want to feel better. I want to breathe better. I want to lower my A1C. I want to get off this diabetic medication. I don't want to get shots anymore. Also hypertension, a big one.
Right.
And so they want to change and adjust that. I would say get back at one with those goals and your reasons why, you know, and get committed. Get committed. And a lot of times, get committed to me means be accountable. Be accountable to somebody. Speak to somebody else about your goal that you know will say, hey, you could do that.
Right.
And we all know them. We all have them.
Right.
You know, call that person up. Not the person that's going to say donuts, ho-hos, and moon pies.
Right.
Not at all. Done with that.
Right.
Yes.
Get them to encourage them to get back in the gym.
Yes.
Get back on their
Absolutely.
routine.
Absolutely.
So, along with the, aerobics classes and the nutritional plan, you also offer the massages, therapeutic massages. So I guess talk about how that plays into, the whole health journey and how helpful that can be for someone.
Well, first and foremost, Thomasville Therapeutic Massage is who pays me. So they are my primary entity.
Right.
And I enjoy, first and foremost, this therapy, a silent therapy where my hands and the client's breaths, we become at one, so to speak, with each other. It has benefits on so many levels. When you think about for your health, we bring down the markers that I just mentioned. We bring down diabetic markers when we do a massage. We bring down hypertensive levels when we do a massage. We definitely are therapeutic for those that are suffering from depression, seasonal depression or regular depression. When it comes to feeling like you're doing something for yourself, this is that therapy, because it does have an immediate feel on their body. It is definitely a pick you up, right, by no mistake. And also, just if you're working out, your ability to stretch alone, assisted stretch. Okay, you can stretch so far, but if you came over and you pushed my arm, you can stretch me further than I can stretch me. So that's really when we get into the benefits to the joint, to movement, and to conditions. I mean, sciatic nerve pain, frozen shoulder, plantar fasciitis. These conditions are treatable. Very painful conditions are treatable in the massage room. A lot of conditions, we'll learn the condition's name. But the reality of the condition is, the person is suffering from an overtight, overused muscle. Okay? So we address that. And it's just where the muscle is what changes. If I say sciatic nerve pain, well, people are thinking back, the glute, back here. If I say, but it's the same condition as plantar fasciitis, which is tightness in the calf that is manifest in the heel, in the foot. We talk about headaches, that's base of the neck, and the shoulders. It's tight muscles just in a different area of the body.
Gotcha. So, for anybody that wants to get that nutritional plan, to get in your aerobics class, or to get on your table and come get
on the table.
How would they need to get in contact with you?
205-457-1155. Yes, indeed. Thomasville Therapeutic Massage.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And is there anything else that we have not discussed that you want to add, or add to the discussion?
Well, absolutely. It's actually where we met, the library. Right. We have a wealth of value, a wealth of information, and it's really cheap. I mean, right now, the program that I'm running for myself, the carnivore diet, I heard about it first, on the internet, did some research, but I went to my local library and I rented the book, and I'm reading the book or audiobooks. It's so many ways. I know I said call somebody that can support you, but it's also books and audiobooks and YouTube and things that can support you get into your healthy goal. It's just opening it up and looking into it further.
Gotcha. Do your research and put those plans that you figure out that's best for you, individualize those for you, and then go after it.
That's right. Stay motivated.
Stay motivated.
Indeed.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
And this is an amazing topic. I really appreciate it. People need it, especially in this area.
That's right. So. You are absolutely right. I tell everybody all the time, you might have a spare tire on. Ain't no might about it. You got a spare tire on the car. You got extra clothes in the closet. But how many use? How many bodies?
Right.
Extra body parts. So we truly need to take care of the body parts that we have. They're the
Right.
best ones around.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for you all at home for watching. I really appreciate it. You know, stay tuned for more episodes and continue supporting me and Candid Conversations with Christen. Y'all have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.